guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have been here before. In today's video, I wanted to do a how to customize your cane for someone who is blind or visually impaired or low vision, whatever label you want to use for yourself or someone else, depending on who is watching this. I am totally blind myself. My name is Emily, and I have in my hand my customized cane. Just for reference, canes are usually, the main shaft is usually white with a red kind of piece at the bottom, and the tip is usually white, but a company called Ambutech has where you can get your cane in a lot of different colors, which different people have different opinions on this, but I wanted to make it known, make this option known to people, because for me anyway, it makes me more confident in using my cane because it makes my style more known and more out there, because I love bright colors. I love like pink and teal and the purples, and I love bright colors. So having that option, I'm going to try to show you my cane. I doubt it's going to come through in the camera, but the grip is like a sky blue, and I believe the main part of the cane is kind of pink, and I believe where the tip is a sky blue. So it's kind of pink and a sky blue, or a teal kind of color, like a pink and a teal kind of blue. And so I love pink and kind of teal. So for me, that really kind of fits my personality. So some people have different opinions on this, but I really think it's awesome for like me who loves bright colors. Like if you're not sure what the colors look like, for me who's total, if you don't have any color perception, definitely get someone to help you look at the colors to make sure that they're still bright, because you definitely don't want to get like a darker color, because for some reason Ambutech does have black on the website, and I'm like, why would you want to get black unless you're going to like a dressier setting? But why would you want to get black for crossing streets? Because no one's going to see that, especially at night. But you definitely want to make sure you're still getting bright enough colors to where drivers are going to be able to see you. So that's why I stick with kind of like the pink and the blue, or pink and purple. And plus those are kind of my colors anyway. So I'm going to be doing this, because I'm filming on my phone, which is where I usually order from. I'm going to be doing this on my iPad, but I'm not going to be ordering this cane today. I'm just going to be showing you what I would pick if I were to be ordering, and I'm going to show you the different options. There is a whole bunch of different canes that you could pick. You can get an aluminum cane, you can get a graphite cane, you can get folding, you can get non-folding, you can get canes for kids. There's a slimline cane. You just need to check out the Ambutech website and speak with your orientation and mobility instructor and figure out which cane is best for you. But I'm going to be showing you the graphite cane, the adult version, which is what I have here in my hand, which is what I use. So I'm going to grab my iPad, unlock it, get to the website, and I will be back and go through the process with you guys. Hey you guys,
Stop recording video button.
Back, and just for reference, for
The conical joint design made from anodized
Speech
aluminum
off.
provides
Okay.
superior bullet.
just for reference, I usually don't have my voiceover on this iPad this slow. I just have it this slow for you guys, sighted or blind to be able to understand it, and you're probably not going to be able to see my screen while I'm doing this. So I'm just going to talk you through the process the best that I can, and then I am going to link the Ambutech website in the description, so that way you can go pick the cane that you want, and you can use this as kind of a guide to customize your cane. So I'm going to link this particular cane in the description, and then you can go decide if this is a cane that you want, or if you want to go get an aluminum or whatever cane you want. So this is the graphite aluminum cane, or the graphite cane with the standard handle, the adult version, and it is $32 without a tip. The tips are different prices, and I will give there's a couple tips I don't know exactly what they are, but I will give descriptions of each tip and when we get to that step in the process.
New conical joint design made. Bullet.
Okay.
Canes full bullet. Strong bullet. Greater flexibility. Highlight color star.
Okay, so the first thing on the website is just a brief description of the cane, which you can read if you would want. But the first thing which will be the first thing on any cane you pick, will just be a brief description of the cane, which you can read if you would like. But the first thing you can customize is the highlight color, which I'm going to unfold my cane so I can point to, if you can see. This is going to be horrible visuals in this video, so y'all are just gonna have to deal. Which would be the grip here, the rubber grip on the standard canes, and where your tip, like on the tip where the stem is, how it connects to your cane.
Greater flexibility in bulk, hot, not green, orange, green, none, 0.
And then you could be none, which I believe would depend on the tip, but the tip would just be that the whole tip is white, and then the grip, the rubber grip, would be black. So you could do none,
green, 2,
green,
orange, 3,
orange,
blue, 6,
blue, which is more like a teal or sky blue,
pink, 7,
pink.
tip star, pink, 7.
For this, I'm going to do pink on my current cane. It's like a teal blue or a sky blue, but I want to do pink. So I'm going to do opposite of what my current cane is, just for the sake of to be interesting for this video.
Premium graphite mobility folded cane. Image. Main.
And then
landmark.
it'll jump you back up to the top sometimes for if you're sighted, to kind of show you an image of what it looks like. So we're just going to swipe it back down to the customization options. I'm just going to do this quickly so we don't have to listen through all the things again.
And rest thick with bulk full bulk you bulk new bulk kick bulk bulk grip hot none green or pink tip star.
Okay, and then we're going to choose the tip. It said tip star, so that just means that's required.
Tip star pink highlight tip selection.
And
no
then it
tip.
said pink
0007
highlight
button.
color.
Double tap to activate the picker.
And then it's just a picker, so you have to double tap. And then take one finger and slide up to go through the different options. And then before we pick, I'm going to explain there's two different type of tip options. There is like what I have on my cane, which is the slip-on, which when you initially get this, it is connected with glue, which I've learned you have to use like a blow dryer, like put it under hot water, I believe for like 5 minutes, or use a blow dryer and blow dry it off. I would have to look up the instructions. It's on the website under frequently asked questions. I'm gonna do a video on how to get the tip off for that. But basically a slip-on tip is it just slips on and you can slip it off without having to use a hook, which I prefer, because if you put it on correctly it still is tight. I've never really had an issue and it's easier to switch. And then there's the hook-on tips, which hooks on, if you can see, by this elastic band that is inside your cane. So that's what they mean by slip-on and hook-on tips. So that's what they mean by slip-on and hook-on tips whenever you get to this, and it's basically personal preference and what you prefer and what you're used to. Some people prefer slip-on, some people prefer hook-on. It just depends on what you were taught on, basically, and what your orientation and mobility instructor has shown you how to work with. Oh, let me turn my iPad to me and just unlock
Choose
this.
tip.
Oh, it unlocked. Okay.
Select choose tip.
And then we're going to choose a tip, and I'm just going to
Selected. No tip.
go through the
0007.
different ones.
Skip to content in page.
Ooh.
Main shaft star. Tip star pink highlight tip selection. No tip. 00. 50%. Hook on marshmallow tip. Pink. 4,000. Slip on jumbo. Slip on roller.
Oh, this is different. It just shows you all the different options.
Slip on slip on choose tip. Selected. No tip. 0007.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through the different tips here.
Slip on marshmallow tip cap. White.
So slip on marshmallow tip is like shaped like a marshmallow, and you use the like the two-tap marshmallow, like the two-tap method.
Slip on ball tip.
The slip-on ball tip is just shaped like a ball. And I believe you do the two-tap method.
Slip on pencil tip.
The pencil tip is just shaped like the tip of a pencil. And I believe you do the two-tap method with that too.
Slip on rolling ball tip.
The slip on roller ball tip, I've used this tip. I love this tip personally. It's one of my favorites because you just roll it across the ground. It doesn't get stuck in a lot of cracks.
Slip on metal glide tip.
The slip on metal glide tip.
$3.02
I've heard this is like similar to the NFB tip, but I don't know for sure. That's just what I've heard.
Slip on roller marshmallow tip. Pink stem.
The slip on the marshmallow roller tip. I've used this. I used this basically the whole time I was like in elementary, middle, and high school. It's a great tip. It's a great small like roller tip. If you want a roller tip that's small and compact, it's a great tip. But it got on my nerves. Basically until an O&M instructor, I used it basically until another O&M instructor at an O&M camp showed me the ball tip, and once I used the ball tip I never went back because that marshmallow gets stuck in every itty bitty tiny crack. So once I used the ball tip I never went back.
Slip on high mileage rolling ball tip. Pink stem.
The high mileage roller ball
plus $11.44
is basically
USD.
just like the ball tip, except the roller ball tip, except it just supposedly lasts longer.
Slip on flex tip.
$3,297
plus $7.80
I honestly
USD.
have no clue what that is.
Slip on jumbo roller tip. Pink stem.
The jumbo roller tip is
plus $8.74 USD.
This tip that's on my cane right now is shaped like a disc, like a big disc, like a saucer, and I accidentally ordered it once, and it's that or the ball that I use, and it's honestly my favorite utmost favorite tip, because when I mean like you to get it stuck, you have to be trying to get it stuck because it's so big. but some people hate it because it's so big and bulky. But for me, who likes to go and doesn't like to slow down because my cane's tip gets stuck, I like it, and it gives me the most tactile, and someone who likes to get tactile and auditory feedback when I walk, who processes their environment the best with both tactile and auditory feedback. That is my most favorite tip of all time. So yeah.
Hook on marshmallow tip, pink. 4,000 hook on ceramic tip. 4,030 hook on pencil tip, pink.
There is a
4,057
ceramic
hook on
tip,
rolling ball tip.
but I
hook,
think that's
hook on,
basically
hook on,
all
slip
the
on,
tips.
Slip on flex, slip on,
So
slip on,
we're
slip
going
on
to
metal glide tip. 3,000 slip on roller marshmallow tip. Slip on high mileage rolling ball. Slip on flex tip. Slip on jumbo roller tip.
So we're
pink
going to
stem,
pick the jumbo
3,937.
tip,
Skip to content in page length.
and then we're going to go to the next section.
A disc-shaped tip with built-in main shaft
And then it'll
star.
give you a little description of the tip, and then the main shaft. We're going to lean back again so I can just show you what I'm talking about. So the main shaft is basically just from, if you're sighted and you can hopefully see what I'm talking about, is basically from the grip to almost the bottom of your cane to the last section. So it's basically from the grip into the last section of your cane to where the tip connects. And so it's like the main section of your cane. From the grip until the last section of your cane. And so that main part of your cane is usually white, but you
Portrait
can
flipped. Selected.
let me
Slip
stand
on
this
jumbo
back up
roller tip.
correctly.
Portrait. Skip to slip on rolling ball tip. Pink. Slip. Hook on selected. Slip.
But
Skip to
you
content
can
in page
this.
length.
I'll read through the colors, but you can make this any color that you want. But I recommend making this like a bright color, so that way drivers can see you.
A disc-shaped tip with make what red.
You can
R,
do
white. W. Red. R,
red,
Pink. P.
pink,
Yellow.
yellow.
Y, red stripes. S.
Red stripes, which I believe would just be like a couple, because I've done the red stripes, would just be like a couple red stripes on a couple different parts of your cane, and the rest of it would be white.
Green. G.
Green,
Gold. Green.
which
G.
I wish I remember what shade of green it was.
Gold. M.
Gold,
Blue. L.
blue,
Orange. O.
Orange,
Purple. V.
purple,
Black. B. Bottom
black,
shaft star. Black. Purple. Orange. Blue.
which
L.
we're gonna do blue, because I know that's the shade of blue that I like.
Premium graphite mobility for
And then it just goes back up to the top to show you a picture of what it looks like. So if you're excited,
tip MT3 a disc main shaft red pink red
then we're
gold red pink yellow red green gold blue orange purple length section
and
star.
then, oh, I slid too far, but the bottom shaft is basically just the piece at the bottom of your cane where it connects the main shaft to where the tip is. And it's usually red, so you can do it a different color or the same color.
Section star. Length black, B, purple,
but
orange,
I'm going to
blue,
make it
F gold, F green, red stripe, green,
blue,
gold, blue, L.
to match.
Premium graphite mobility folding cane. Highlight color none, green, orange,
and
blue,
then
pink, tip star, pink, highlight tip select MT3937.
And then it jumps you back up again to show you what it looks like. And then you need to pick your height. And then slide back down to pick your height.
Total length black length star 36 inches.
And it starts at 36, and what you do is just slide up with your finger like this.
50 inches.
Oh.
65, 70%. 48 inches.
or
46 inches.
or on your iPad, it will
44
just
inches.
show you
42
the
inches.
different
40
amounts.
inches.
But if on your iPad, it'll bring you to a picker.
38 inches. Selected. 36, 30, 40, 40, 40, 46, 48 inches. 50 inches. 52 inches. 65%. 60%. 55, 50, 50, 50, 58 inches. 60 inches. 62 inches. 60 inches.
But then you pick your height. I'm
Skip
sorry,
to contend
this is the
in
first
page
time
blank.
I've done it on my iPad, so that's why it's a little different. But you pick your height. I do mine 60 inches because I accidentally ordered mine 60 inches once, and I will never go back. But before you know what height to pick, this is definitely something you need to talk to your O&M instructor about, because 60 inches is definitely taller than what most O&M instructors would recommend for me. Don't come at me, O&M instructors, please don't come at me in the comments. Most O&M instructors at the tallest, because I'm 5'1", would recommend 53 or 54, I believe. But I ordered a 60-inch cane once by accident because I wasn't paying attention and selected 60 and hit order and didn't realize until I was emailed the receipt and was like, oops, not ordering me another 53-inch, and used it and fell in love with the extra reaction time. And was like, oh well, I'm not going back to a 54-inch cane. And when I had to use a 54-inch cane because it was given to me for free, I kind of cried because I missed the 6 inches of extra reaction time. So, but that's definitely a conversation you need to have with your O&M instructor, because it's definitely a conversation of safety and what you feel safe using and what your O&M instructor definitely recommends.
Screen dimmed.
And it's the same thing with the tip, because it's definitely a preference thing and what your O&M instructor recommends. And I would not recommend doing what I did and kind of going rogue and using a new tip without the supervision of an O&M instructor. That was kind of dumb on my part, but I did it and I survived, and I'm here to tell the tale that it went well, but could have not have went well. So before you start investigating and switching tips, I would definitely ask an O&M instructor, unless it is the same technique. Like for me, it was constant contact, so I was fine. But if you're definitely going from like a roller ball, like a roller tip, to like a 2-point touch technique, I would definitely make sure you're with a O&M instructor to supervise that technique shift. So that's just my advice on how you customize a cane. In the last question, because my iPad just locked and I don't have to type in my passcode on camera because I like to talk too much, is you just pick your sections. Depending on your height, you can do 4, 5, or 6. And then it'll tell you at the end how much your tip is. It'll tell you when you pick, but it will remind you at the end how much it extras, which will be how much your tip is if you pick a tip. How much your tip will be, you can add it to your cart. And then before you check out, it will tell you some extras, like when you customize it with the colors, that you can't get refunds. Only red and white canes you can do refunds and exchanges. And then it's a $12 like shipping fee, at least here in the US it is. I don't know what it is if you're in Canada, which is where they're located, or in other countries, and that the shipping fee is non-refundable, and so forth and so forth. That's what I remember anyway. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this was useful. Let me know if y'all want more blindness videos like this. And like I said, I love colored canes for the blind. They definitely help me feel more confident as someone who is totally blind and needs to use my cane 100% of the time. I would end up in an ER if I didn't use my cane. as someone who has to use a cane, this helps me definitely feel more confident knowing it fits my style and my personality. But I definitely think that this type of information could definitely be useful to someone who's maybe new to blindness, or maybe your child, or anyone in the blindness community. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next time. Bye!
Speech on.